Can you imagine spending decades as the invisible cornerstone of your family only to be met with contempt? For over 30 years, that was my life. I was the family cook, the unpaid maid, the one they called when they needed something, but never when they just wanted to talk. At every family gathering, I'd be in the kitchen, sweating over a hot stove while they laughed and celebrated in the other room. My husband, bless his soul, passed away a few years back, and since then, it's only gotten lonelier. My children and their families rarely visited, and when they did, it was with an air of obligation. I was just there, an old piece of furniture they couldn't quite get rid of. Everything changed at our annual family reunion. It was chaos, as usual. Grandkids running around, my son, Mark, loudly boasting about his latest business venture, and my daughter-in-law, Sarah, scrolling through her phone, barely acknowledging my existence. I was serving dessert when my grandson Leo accidentally knocked my purse off the counter. The contents spilled everywhere. Papers flew out, and before I could gather them, Sarah's eyes widened. She had spotted a bank statement. I saw the moment her expression shifted from boredom to disbelief, then to pure, unadulterated greed. She snatched the paper. $22 million? She shrieked, her voice cutting through the chatter. The room fell silent. Every eye was on me. The transformation was instantaneous and terrifying. Suddenly, I wasn't the invisible old woman anymore. I was a walking, talking bank vault. Mark, my own son, was the first to speak. "Mom, where did you get that kind of money?" Dad never had anything close to that. His voice wasn't filled with curiosity. It was sharp, accusatory. Before I could even explain that my late husband had been a savvy, secret investor for years, my other relatives swarmed me. My niece, who hadn't called me in 5 years, suddenly remembered how much she always loved my cooking and how a small loan could really help her start that bakery she'd been dreaming of. My nephew needed a down payment for a house. The demands came thick and fast, a torrent of entitlement. It wasn't a request. It was a demand. They felt entitled to my money, to my husband's legacy. They called a family meeting without me and then confronted me. Mark, with Sarah whispering in his ear, was their spokesperson. "Mom," he said, his tone cold and clinical, "we've been talking. It's clear you're not capable of managing this kind of money. It's for your own good." They accused me of stealing it, of hiding it from my husband. They threatened to go to court to have me declared mentally incompetent so they could take control of the estate. It was the ultimate betrayal. The same people I had fed, cleaned up after, and loved unconditionally were now looking at me like I was a senile criminal. The love I thought we shared was just a transaction, and my balance had suddenly come up short. That was my breaking point. For years, I had shrunk myself to make them comfortable. I had accepted their disrespect as my due, but this was a declaration of war on my very being. Something inside me snapped. The years of humiliation, of being taken for granted, ignited a fire I thought had long gone out. I looked at their greedy faces, their eyes filled not with concern for me, but with dollar signs. And I finally saw them for who they were. They weren't my family. They were vultures. That night, I packed a bag. I didn't take much, just a few precious photos of my husband and me in our younger, happier days. I transferred my funds to a new, secure account, and I left without a word. I bought a small cottage by the sea, the one my husband and I had always dreamed of. My new life is quiet, but it's mine. I wake up to the sound of waves, not demands. I cook for myself, enjoying every bite. I've made new friends, people who like me for me, not for what I have. I started a small local charity in my husband's name, helping young entrepreneurs, something he would have loved. The greatest revenge isn't loud or flashy. It's the quiet dignity of a life well lived, free from the poison of toxic relationships. My story is a reminder that your worth is not in your bank account or in the approval of others. It's in the respect you have for yourself. Sometimes you have to lose a family to find yourself. And I can tell you, it's a trade I'd make again in a heartbeat. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this journey with me. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that inspires and empowers. See you next time.